Hey friend, and welcome to my picnic table, my favorite place to record YouTube videos and a terrible place to color grade, but that's exactly what I'm going to be doing today because I'm going to walk through how to make my Fake 8 Film Lab suitable for vertical videos. I get asked this a lot whenever I post on Instagram in a vertical format using Fake 8 Film Lab. If you don't know what that is, go look at the description below. There's a link there. It's essentially a Fake 8 Super 8 emulation, but it's made to be one-click, super friendly, and hyper realistic. So it may not have the vibe that some other looks might have, but it is incredibly realistic because I shoot a lot of Super 8, and so I partnered with my friend Evan Schneider, who you'll get a look at in this video, and we made the Fake 8 Film Lab because it works like a proper film lab where you send it off, you get back results, and then you use those results in your project. So that's the whole point. It's very realistic, but it's made for, of course, a horizontal viewing format. So to make it vertical, there's gonna be just a couple of tricks, and I'm gonna walk you through those in this video. So before we dive in, I want to tell you this is also going to be a giveaway. So check Instagram for details on that. I'm gonna give away a copy, maybe 2 copies of the Fake 8 Film Lab. So go check my Instagram for information on that. Let's go ahead and dive into the work. So I've got a handful of clips selected here that I'm gonna go ahead and pull into my vertical timeline. And almost all of these were shot horizontally, as you can see here in my preview windows, but one was shot vertically. So we'll get there. But the standard timeline then is just your 16:9. And I'm using this only really to show you the difference here. So when you go in here, all of these clips work in the right setting. This is my vertical one, so you can tell the framing is a little funny maybe, but so first things first, we have to import the Fake 8 Film Lab, and if you have this set up correctly, it should be in a power bin. And so the Fake 8 Film Lab power bin, I'm just gonna drag into my project. And then there is one quirk I'm gonna go ahead and show you, which is I'll go to my color tab where I already have my Fake 8 Film Lab power grades imported. And this is my No Mat teaser. I'll show you how to get there when we're ready. But I'm gonna double click and that is going to install this, but the screen goes black. And there's 2 reasons for this. So first of all, you may have installed your power grade incorrectly. You may have installed your assets incorrectly. Or it's also possible that you just need to reset DaVinci because, funny DaVinci quirk, but sometimes you have to close it and reopen it in order to link media properly. So I close it, I reopen it, and there you go. It works now. So Fake 8 Film Lab, I've applied the overscan of 814 XL. So there it is. And as simple as this, I'm going to delete this entire node. And actually that is multiple nodes inside of it. So it's a compound node. And we're just gonna delete it because I'm gonna show you the easy way. So I have my Fake 8 Film Lab set up to where I have these properly installed as mats, and I have my mats installed as mats, which is a funny expression. But now that I've deleted that compound node, you'll notice I'm missing grain and the mats. And also I have now the overlay, the overscan, and you may or may not want that depending on your situation. But I'm gonna go to my matte overlay and my grain overlay to fix this. So simple drag and drop, and I change the composite mode to overlay, and then you can mess with the opacity as much as you want for your grain. But then for my matte overlay, I'm gonna go to matte, Canon 814, but I'm gonna go to the 16:9, not the wide version here. So I'm gonna drag this on, and as simple as that, I now have my clip ready. And then if I need to reposition my clip, I can move it underneath the mat, just like this. And our mats come with a pre-alpha window, so you already can just apply it and it doesn't affect anything. You just drop it on. You don't have to go composite or change any of that. So that is exactly how we're gonna do it in a vertical timeline now too. So I'm gonna take my vertical clip here. You could do it on any of these. I could show you, but I'm gonna just start with the vertical one. And I'm gonna go ahead and go, this time I'm going to use the cropped 310 XL because I don't want the scan lines. I don't want the overscan look. So I'm gonna delete my whole matte node, and there are different ways to do this inside of the compound node. I could change some things inside of the compound node, but this is by far the easiest, most replicable way to do it. So now I'm gonna put my Canon Mat. It doesn't matter which one. Honestly, I'm just gonna throw it on top here, and then I'm gonna throw my grain over top, and I'm gonna set my grain to overlay. And then now the real trick here for vertical is simply unlink your zoom on your transform tab, and then start to decrease the amount of zoom until you see your perforation. And then you slide it over a little bit in case you want this border edge there, and there we go. If you want to save those settings right there, you'd end up pretty close. So I didn't show you how to set up a vertical timeline. Let me do that real quick just in case you don't know how. So timeline settings, you need to create new. So I clicked Command N to create a new timeline. You could also go to File Timeline, and then, well, where are we? You can also go to File, New Timeline. That's where it is. But I just clicked Command N, use project settings turned off, format, vertical resolution, and then I would change it to HD just because there's no reason to do it in 4K right now. So anyway, that right there is how I turn Fake 8 Film Lab into a vertical asset. And this is exactly what we mean when we say that the whole Fake 8 Film Lab is incredibly flexible and useful for anybody in most any workflow, because you can adapt and modify it to your whole variety of situations. And you can do this exact same workflow that I just demonstrated in a almost square that Instagram uses for video posts, so that if you want it to display on your profile feed the same way as a reel or as a story, 16 by 9, 9 by 16, then you can change your resolutions and adapt this workflow for that. So anyway, now that I've done this, I'm going to show you a quick other sort of teaser thing here. And why don't I just go to a video of my co-creator Evan, and we're going to go to the color page, and I'm going to go to my Overscan 814 XL, and I'm just kind of picking any of them. You'll notice sometimes it does funky things because it's previewing it on top of itself, but I'm going to delete all of those, and now I'm just left with a color grade. And if you want the overscan, or if you don't, you can get rid of it. The overscan does work for the vertical trick as well, just so you know. Let me go do that real quick. I'll go to my vertical, I'll go to my clip of Evan, hey Evan, and double click to apply it. And now that I have my overscan, you can see it in here. So if you want an overscan look, even on vertical footage, it will automatically adapt the right sizing. But I'm gonna delete my mats, and then if I wanna keep or delete my overscan, I can do that. And now this is where the no mat comes into effect. And I already did this, I already saved it. I will delete that power grade, but I can right click here, grab still, and I can call this Fake 8 No Mat. And that will now, when I go to this tab, apply the grade without the mat. So I've just created a new power grade, and now you can see the way that that affects the image. So in short, that's how you do it. I hope that this is helpful. If you need to copy and paste this, I would say the easiest way is, of course, you're gonna have to start here. So I will make these the same length, and I'm just gonna hold Option, and I'm gonna drag my clip. Option and drag duplicates this. And so now that I've done that, you could easily expand this over across the whole timeline. There's probably other ways that you could do that. People smarter than me know that, but that's how I do it. Then the other thing is, if you wanna apply the grade, you can do the no mat thing and just click on every single one of your clips. Or since you already have it applied here without that, you can click on your clips, you can select as many as you'd like, and you can right click and you can say apply grade. And so then that should apply the grade theoretically to all of these clips. but I'm in DaVinci Resolve 19 and I think there's a bug right now that doesn't allow me to do that because it also doesn't allow me to reset all of my node grades. So anyway, the power grades do work in DaVinci Resolve 19. This is great news that the Fake 8 Film Lab still works perfectly fine in the new updated DaVinci Resolve, but that right there is how I would turn Fake 8 into a vertical asset for other applications. If you have any questions, let me know. Thank you so much for watching, friend. I appreciate you. Peace.